What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Prime Video's new series, Cruel Intentions. Let's rock this. Wow, it has been 25 years since the original film. I remember that era like it was yesterday. I mean, 2 decades ago was the height of the popularity of teen sex movies like American Pie, Van Wilder, 40 Days and 40 Nights, and a bunch of other examples. And yes, including Cruel Intentions. Hollywood put so much emphasis back then on greenlighting projects that were about the pressures of losing your virginity. But I'm not sure if that trend survives today, though. I read a survey not too long ago that says that Generation Z are not so gung-ho anymore about sexual contents. They're not into erotic thrillers like we were back in the day. They even think that movies and shows that have unnecessary sex scenes are just straight up lazy. So, in addition to the argument that there's no need to reboot Cruel Intentions in the form of this episodic series, another argument can also be said that this Cruel Intentions reboot arrives too little too late. That whatever audiences that they think they're catering to probably could not care less about what they're offering. Nonetheless, now that I've already watched the entire 8 episodes of this first season, I can honestly tell you that, yeah, Cruel Intentions is indeed as dreadful as it gets. The story is predictable, the dialogues are cringy, the characters are unlikable. It's a deeply irritating soap opera that moves and feels like nails on a chalkboard. Just downright insufferable. In this new adaptation, Cruel Intentions follows the elite students of Manchester College, a Washington, D.C. adjacent university where reputation means everything. Fraternities and sororities are the gold standard, and 2 ruthless step-siblings, Caroline Martuil and Lucian Belmont, will do anything to stay on top of the cutthroat social hierarchy. After a brutal hazing incident threatens the entire Greek life system, they'll do whatever is necessary to preserve their power and reputation, even if that means seducing Annie Grover, the daughter of the Vice President of the United States. Hearts will be broken, loyalties will be tested, and secrets will be revealed in this modern-day royal court that is Manchester College, starring Sarah Catherine Hook, Zach Burgess, Savannah Lee Smith, Sarah Silva, and Brooklina Johnson. Fun trivia question. Which actress starred in the sequel, Cruel Intentions 2, who went on to become a multiple Oscar nominee later in her career? The answer is Amy Adams. Ding, 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 ding. Yep. Cruel Intentions 2 was one of Amy Adams' earlier films back when she was just up and coming and trying to make a name for herself. Anyway, I digress. Back to this new Cruel Intentions show. The writers use social justice as their attempt to appear relevant with the whole anti-bullying and anti-sorority sentiments and #MeToo. But it all comes across as preachy, mundane, and self-righteous. The setups are so Captain Obvious, I can see the outcomes coming a mile away. Maybe part of the problem is that this show is a bit afraid to fully embrace the aspects that made the original film famous. By that I mean, whenever this show wants to get into the stuff about steamy seduction and hedonism and decadence by the privileged, it's all just very surfacey. It's nothing more than a superficial tease. I think shows like Elite are way more in tune with the original Cruel Intentions compared to this new adaptation. The other thing that this show forgets to do is that it forgets to be entertaining. You can have all these crazy backstabbing manipulation to get into the panties of the vice president's daughter, but if nothing about it is smart or sharp or elaborate, much less exciting, then what's the whole goddamn point? All of the actors across the board are easy on the eyes, but that was to be expected. And attractive can only go so far if the writing quality falls short. Performance-wise, Zach Burgess, who plays Lucian, is sufficiently charming. Not sure if it's Ryan Phillippe's level charming, but Zach holds his own quite well. Not too shabby is how I put it. Sarah Catherine Hook, who plays Caroline, is deliciously wicked, and she manages to make Caroline be an antagonist that we can feel sorry for. Savannah Lee Smith, who plays Annie Grover, has the personality of a cardboard cutout, a ridiculously bland performance. Sarah Silva, who plays Caroline's right-hand girl Cece, is unbelievably annoying. Her story arc is quite possibly my least favorite, and she doesn't really have that big an impact until the revelations nearing the end. So she is just a waste of space for much of the show. And hey, look, it's Claire Forlani. Where has she been all these years? It's so good to see her on the screen again, even if her role is reduced to simply playing an evil bitch mom. Credit where credit is due, the show does make some effort to highlight the conflict between innocence and corruption and the darkness behind the glamour. I also enjoyed the soundtrack selections that did an interesting rendition of some of beloved pastime pop music. And I suppose this show would kind of resonate well with audiences who, for whatever reason, worship rich people who look down on the rest of us peasants. So yeah, overall I give Cruel Intentions the rating of 2.5 out of 5. The depravity of the power twist desires is timeless, but the whole gambling over a person's love and loyalty is so 1999.